Hello everyone, Sonia here with Sonia's Crafting Insanity, and today I'm here to show you how I made this S'more gnome card using Jaded Blossoms, female or Girl Gnome Dies, and the new or recently released Gnome S'more Dies. I began by die cutting all the pieces, then I used gathered twigs to add a little um, brown to the side of the marshmallow that I'm going to have my gnome holding in order to make it look like it's toasted. Then using some of the Great Outdoors Doodlebug paper, I cut a piece that was 4 by 5 1/4, and then I'm cutting this piece to 2 inches by 4 by 5 1/4, sorry. And then using some brown paper to create an 1/8 of an inch mats for both pieces. Once I got everything cut, I used my ATG gun to adhere the pattern paper onto the mats. On the 2-inch strip, I did not have a mat on the top and bottom, it was just on the sides. And then using the brown piece here, I adhered that to the brown mat with an 1/8 of an inch border, and then added that 2-inch strip to the left side on the card front, and using basically eyeballing it, tried to get it straight. And then here, using my Barely Art glue and reverse tweezers, I'm adding all the pieces together, starting with the hat that looks like s'mores, and it does have several different pieces. I used a sort of a shimmer cardstock for the marshmallow, and then some tan colored cardstock for the top and bottom, which is the graham crackers of the s'mores, and then another piece of chocolate paper that is the chocolate dripping on the marshmallow. Now I did not add toasted or gathered twigs to make it look toasted, but I kind of wish I did, because that would have made it look a little better. And then here's the marshmallow, and I'm adding that marshmallow that I did add the gathered twigs to this. And then I cut 2 small pieces of foam tape to add to where the hands go, to pop them up just a little bit. And then I removed the release paper using my reverse tweezers, attach the hands to the marshmallow, and then for the girl gnomes, you always start with the dress first. So I cut the dress out of more of that flower paper from the outdoor pad. Then I added the face, and with the s'mores hat, you do have to cut a little bit of the tip of the hat off, or it will show behind it. So that's what I was doing there, was putting the s'more hat on top and then seeing how much I needed to cut off. And then I'm giving this to a friend of mine that has red hair, so I cut the little pigtails out of red hair and applied those to either sides of the face, and then added 2 little bows that I believe were also cut out of the paper for the dress, so that those would match. Then again, using more foam tape, I added foam tape to the areas where the feet would go and the nose, and removed the release paper and added the nose a little bit over the hat and the face. And then she is going to be barefoot, because of course when you're camping you're going to go barefoot. And then I added, last but not least, the marshmallow that she will be holding in her hand. Alright, so once that is done, I do stamp my sentiment on the inside of the card, and it does say "Let's Get Toasted." Because this is a new stamp, I did use my finger to kind of rub against it so that it would take the ink a little better. And then with the VersaFine Onyx black ink, I did stamp on the inside of the card base. And here I'm stamping the outside sentiment which I think says, can't remember what it says. I think it's something about happy birthday. Sending you s'more birthday wishes is what it says. I did have to stamp this one twice with the VersaFine Onyx Black ink. As you can see, the first stamping didn't work too well. So this time I did use my white eraser to sort of add pressure. Now I do not have the dies for the sentiments, so I did cut those out by hand. I didn't do a good job really, but um, I cut the sentiment out by itself, and then I also added it to some brown paper to make a border. Then I decided I didn't really want to cover up a huge amount of that paper, so I cut a vellum oval that using one of my oval dies. And at this point, I decided to go ahead and adhere this to the front of the card base. So that's what I'm doing here, is adhering that to the front of the card base. And then I'm going to apply the Girl Gnome to the vellum oval, trying to get that into place to make it centered and hopefully both vertically and horizontally. But I did just eyeball it. Once I felt like it was adhered, which for some reason I did have to put a little bit of pressure on it to adhere it, I applied glue to the back of the vellum piece, just where the Girl Gnome is, so that it wouldn't show through. And then again, positioned it centered as much as I could, put the two ink pads on top to try to hold it down a little bit. Then again, using my Barely Art glue, added the sentiment to the bottom. Once that's complete, I have finished my card. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.